Hi guys, this is Mrs. Carrillo. I just wanted to review how to change a percent to a fraction and a fraction to a percent. So we're going to start off with filling in all of the blanks. Make sure you write exactly what I'm writing in order to receive full credit. So to express a percent as a fraction, we have to write the percent with a denominator of 100 because percent is always out of 100. This is your total, your whole. Okay? Then we're going to simplify. So we're going to do the first example, and we have 15%, and we want to turn 15% into a fraction in simplest form. So here I have a 10 by 10 grid. So 15% would be 15 out of 100. So in order to represent that, we would have to shade in 15 squares. So here's 10, and then 5 more. So I have 15 shaded out of 100 total. Now, here it says simplest form. That means I have to simplify. Okay, so I have 15 and 100. I can divide both of these by 5. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. 100 divided by 5 is 20. And my fraction in simplest form would be 3 out of 20. Okay? Now we're going to go the other way around. We're going to start with the fraction and we're going to turn it into a percent. So we can express a fraction as a percent. And in order to write a fraction as a percent, we need to change the fraction to a decimal first, and in order to change a fraction to a decimal, we need to divide. Then multiply the decimal by 100. Or, if you want to take the easy way out, we can simply move the decimal 2 places to the right. Okay? And we're going to show you how to do that. So we're going to start off with 7/8. Now remember, first we have to change the fraction to a decimal by dividing. So if you say the fraction out loud to yourself, 7 divided by 8. So that's what I'm going to do. 7 divided by 8. The numerator goes inside, the denominator goes outside. We put a decimal at the top and we add a 0. 8 goes into 70. 8 times. 64. Subtract. We get 6. Add another 0. 8 goes into 60. 7 times. 56. Subtract. We get 40. 8 goes into 40 5 times. So we have our decimal, 0.875. 875 thousandths. So in order to change this decimal into a percent, we can either multiply by 100 or we can move the decimal 2 times 1, 2 to the right. So we would have 87.5%. Okay? Now, I have 2 examples here at the bottom. In order to receive full credit, you must work these out just as I did above by yourself. Okay, change the percent to a fraction in simplest form and the fraction to a percent. Okay? Now, on the back, we're going to do percents to decimals. So, to express a percent as a decimal, we're going to rewrite the percent as a fraction with a denominator of 100. Again, because percent is always out of 100. Okay, then we're going to write the fraction as a decimal. Okay, so we have 7%. We want to write this as a fraction. 7 out of 100, because percent is always out of 100. Now, all we have to do is write this fraction as a decimal. How do I write 7/100ths as a decimal? Well, that means the 7 is in the hundredths place, so we have 0. Do we have anything in the tenths place? No, so we have to put a 0. And then the 7 is in the hundredths place, so this is where it goes. And this is how we write a percent to a decimal. Now we're going to go the opposite way. We have a decimal, and we're going to write it as a percent. So to express a decimal as a percent, we're going to rewrite the percent as a fraction with a denominator of 100 again. Then write the fraction as a percent. Okay, so we're going to write 0.44. So we're going to have 44 out of 100. Now, simply write this as a percent. 44%. Now, another way you could do this is if you divide 0.44 divided by 100. Or you could also move the decimal 2 times to the right. Is it divided or multiplied?
Multiply.
Sorry. Multiply. Okay, now that we did our 2 examples, I want you to try it on your own. You also have 2 examples down here at the bottom. Use the same methods that we did up here at the top. In order to receive full credit, you must have the 2 examples down here at the bottom complete. Okay? Thank you so much for watching.